Hello here. Today we're going to make a baby book. These are called quiet books, and they're soft, durable, educational, and it's just gorgeous. So I made a few mistakes and I want you to learn from them. So watch the video to not do what I did. I kind of had to jimmy rig a few things, but I am really excited. So let's get started. Okay, so I've got all the little pages done. These will be sewn onto the pages. I decided on the machine to be lazy, and I used white thread for everything. So here's white thread around all the little animals, and you almost can't tell. And I think felt is very forgiving because this is white, but it's kind of gone into this tan and changed the color of the thread. And then it's kind of the same with the purple elephant. So there's something very forgiving about the felt. I think it sinks in and kind of disappears. So I'm really glad that I didn't change thread for, like, I don't even have yellow thread like this duck and the pig and the exact colors. So the biggest issue was getting my machine to go slow enough so that I could do all these little borders. But other issues that I came across is like this owl. By the time I did all the other animals, I wasn't sure I wanted to go around the owl, and his eye did not cut out well on the Cricut. So what I did was trace him out on this color, and he's going to be one complete piece. So I'll just sew around here, put two owl eyes and a nose. And then I kind of round, and I might even round him a little more, make him a little puffier so he's not such a slim little owl. And then the cat, same thing. The eyes are weird. Buttons kind of go through this hole. So I think I'm going to retrace the cat. So remember, all the little pieces of the owl now are one piece. And then I added just a little bit of brown felt for a branch. Then I did the cat. The cat's eyes were a problem. And when I went to cut the cat, I realized my marker wasn't going to mark on black, and so I just replaced the head thinking it's going to be a calico cat. And then I'll just put two eyes here, flip the tail up, and then stitched around it and got the cat done. So all of them are done now, and all I have to do is work on embellishments, and I think I'm just going to work on eyes next. I did put an eye on the duck. I use the machine because this is going to a baby and I don't want the button coming off. And so the machine can do lots of stitching. I gave the doggy no eyes. He's a non-seeing eye dog. Then the elephant and the fox. Now, the fox, when you have to put two eyes level, that and the cat and the owl, I used this great stuff, disappearing ink, or mark be gone. When I use disappearing ink, I would mark under each eye, and then when I sewed this one, I knew where to place this one. Okay, all the pages have their squares on them and they're ready to be sewn. These are the only two that needed a little embroidery. This little chick got some embroidery legs, and the elephant got a little embroidery tail because my Cricut just wouldn't make these tiny, tiny little legs. I think the felt was just too frail. But all of these are pages, and we'll assemble them after I stitch them, and I chose to use a zigzag stitch, which I think looks really good. Okay, now it's time to start put the sections together for the book. And what you want to do for sure is put your animals together because these are going to be turned inside out. And then put your batting on one side. We'll pin this together, all sides, and I will sew on 3 sides and then turn it inside out. Okay, we've got all the 3 sides of each page sewn, turned inside out. The ends are turned in, pinned, and ironed, and then all we have to do is sew all of these ends, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, everything is all sewed up on all sides. I do have a concern. We'll see if it works, but I have a feeling all these layers may be too much. All sewn together, it was not easy. I had to stop and start. It did get stitched. I think it is connected. It should work. Next time, I think to keep it from getting so thick in the middle, I'm going to do the batting here and here, not in the middle. Okay, I think what I'm going to do tie-wise, well, first of all, I've made several mistakes. This is my first quiet book I've ever made. And what I needed to do was decide which was going to be my cover. And so the tie in when I sewed that seam, but I didn't do that. So good thing about mistakes is if you know the mistakes I made, you won't make them. So that's a good thing. I think what I'm going to do is kind of loop this and sew it onto this seam, which is already there, and then do the same on the back. Okay, we've sewn the book together and we've got everything in order. We even have our little book tags on. So the loops are here, and I think to decorate this little tag, I wanted to have plenty here to make sure that I sewed the back of this loop on without any problems. So I kind of added to that, and then I did the same on the back. And also when I stitched, I went back and forth several times because I'm sure she'll probably carry the book by one string even, and that's fine. We want it to be durable. This is her book. She can do whatever she wants with it. I just want it to be safe and durable. So now we have the little ties. So I'm thinking I'll cut them off according to how long they need to be. So cute. So what I'll do, I think what I'm going to do is cut the tag so that it doesn't go off, but just about hits there. And wait to cut these after you've tied the bow, so you've got plenty of room to tie. And then this kind of, we'll cut it about right here. That's really, really cute. So, okay, here we go. Book done, book number 1, and I'll be happy and anxious to do another little quiet book. So if you like this, subscribe for some more creative ideas. Check out the playlist and see if there's something else that interests you, and comment below and say hi.